guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. Happy New Year to all of you. This is my first video of 2024 and I couldn't think of a better way to start the year off than doing a full face of new makeup from the Sephora collection. Rather affordable makeup, at least by Sephora standards, I would say. Sephora dropped a highlighter, a new contour, some new blushes. They also dropped a few new eyeshadow palettes, which, by the way, I love that it has this little strap to keep it closed. Let me just give you a quick sneak peek at this palette. Very neutral. I also picked up a new translucent setting powder. I picked up their new curling mascara. This is the Love the Lift mascara. I got the mini size. And more importantly, what I'm really excited to test out for you guys is their Best Skin Ever Glow Multi-Purpose Concealer, which has a luminous finish. So I'm excited. I also have a couple other goodies that I'll be using that I already had from the Sephora collection, or just things in general that you can find at Sephora. If it is your first time watching my channel, I just want to say hello and welcome. My name is Steph. I love trying out new makeup. I am primarily a new makeup review channel, but I do multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes, makeup ranking videos, all that good stuff. If that sounds great to you, I want to invite you to become part of our makeup family. Do me a favor, click on that subscribe button, hit the bell next to it. That way you'll be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you're a fan of Sephora collection, or you're curious to see how these new goodies are gonna perform, please give this video a thumbs up before you go. As usual, I'll have everything that I'm wearing in today's video linked and listed in the description box. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Let's dive on into it, guys. If you all want to see this new Sephora collection makeup in action, keep on watching. So how was everybody's new year? Mine was very peaceful. I stayed home. I stayed in to watch the ball drop. Oh, and I'm going in with the Cali Ray primer. I don't have a Sephora collection primer, but usually on holidays where things go up in the air, like fireworks and stuff like that, 4th of July, New Year's Eve, I like to stay home just in case. So usually if I'm out of town, I make it a point to be back in time for those holidays. Like last year, I went to Las Vegas to go see Gwen Stefani, and I arrived back home at 6 p.m. New Year's Eve. And that way I could spend it here at the house. Heaven forbid anything happen, but at least I'm home. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys today while I'm trying this new makeup out. I'm going to talk to you guys today, tell you my story about my recent trip to Las Vegas, which was exactly 1 month ago from today. I realized I hadn't done a get ready with me video where I was telling you guys about it, and several of you have been asking what happened in Vegas, what happened in Vegas. Well, what happens in Vegas this time is not staying in Vegas. So I don't have a Sephora collection foundation. I don't like the Best Skin Ever liquid foundation. I like the powder foundation, but I'm wanting to do something different than powder foundation today. So I'm going to go in with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Serum Skin Tint. This one is in the shade 3. And I'm going to use a little Shop Miss A brush. This is the F4. So for those of you that don't know, I went to Las Vegas. I got invited to the Creator and Friends event. It's an event that's put on by Samantha March and also by, I think her name is Cipri. And they invited me back in the summer. And so I said yes, that I would go, and I asked Christina, the owner of Gourmand Girls, if she wanted to be my +1. And so we had all the intentions in the world of going, and then like maybe hair here somewhere. And then like 2 days before we were set to leave, Christina told me that she was not going to be able to go. There was a family emergency. And so what I was going to do is I was going to drive up to Austin because I live here in South Texas. So I was going to drive up there that day that we were scheduled to leave, which was Friday, December the 1st. And then we were going to take off that evening, fly out straight to Vegas. And so Christina had booked, you know, the plane tickets and she had booked the hotel. And so I had got us tickets to go see Sphere. And like we just had a nice like little trip planned for us. And so when she said she couldn't go, I was like, okay, you know, well, then I'm not going to go either. You know, I'm not, first of all, I'm a nervous flyer, so I have to have somebody to fly with me. But also, like, I just didn't, you know, was just starting my new job. They were already well aware that I had this trip planned even before they hired me. And so that was not a problem. But, you know, I didn't want to go by myself. Like, I don't usually go on trips by myself. You know what I mean? I'm just getting a little bit more out. You know what I should have done? I should have started with a concealer. Oh well. So anyway, so I asked my friend that I am used to traveling with. She's the one that goes with me. We used to be coworkers and we've just been travel buddies for the last like 7 years. So usually when I go out of town, it's with her. And I asked her, you know, if she wanted to go. I said, I will pay your way. Just bring your spending money. You know, I'm springing this on her 2 days before, you know, we're scheduled to leave. I said, can you take, you know, the day or two off of work? And she said, oh yeah, she had plenty of days. And she works at one of our local high schools. She is a head counselor. So I said, great, so let's go to Vegas. So we went, we were a little delayed, but we got to Vegas that night. It was Friday night. It was 11:15 their time, which meant it was 1:15 my time. So great. Got there without incident. The flight was very smooth. Again, I'm a very nervous flyer, but I actually did so well on that flight. Now we're going to go in with the Best Skin Ever. This is the Glow Multi-Purpose Concealer. This is going to provide more of a medium coverage. And again, this is going to have a luminous finish to it. The shade that I picked up in this one is shade 06. So I'm going to give it a good shake. Guys, I really enjoyed the Best Skin Ever concealer. That concealer is really awesome. I just wore it the other day. But that does a great job on my 41-year-old normal to oily skin. So we'll see. I'm curious about this one. I feel like this one is going to be more of like a luminizer. I don't know. We'll see. Let me clean off my BK A506. So going back to Vegas, we got there without incident. I had not eaten dinner. My friend had gotten something to eat at our local airport, and I meant for us to stop and like pick up a burger before we got to our local airport, but we just didn't. And so I was really hungry. I had a salad for lunch that day, and so yeah, I needed something to eat, but by then I was already getting like hunger pains, and I am not the person that eats late at night. Like, I eat my dinner definitely before 7. If I can eat my dinner at 5:36, then that is when I'm eating my dinner. If I have a late lunch, then I just don't eat dinner at all because I have to take medication to sleep, and I'm not supposed to do that on a full stomach. So I'm always careful in the evening as to what I eat. But I was just, I just felt like just wasn't feeling good that night, and I was like, I need to eat something. So we stayed at the MGM Grand, and we found a food court. So I think we got like, yeah, we got a couple hot dogs, you know, one each. I only ended up eating half of it. Again, like, I was going to go to bed. I cannot eat, you know, a lot at night. I'm adding a little bit more just to get that little bit of extra coverage. And so we got back to the room, got our you know, stuff settled in, took our showers, went to bed. And so I woke up the next day. I guess I woke up a little too early. I don't know. But we were set to go eat Korean barbecue. Like, I am addicted to Korean barbecue. Every time we go to Vegas or every time we leave, you know, the South Texas area, because we don't have like a traditional Korean barbecue place where you like cook the food yourself and stuff. We don't have one down here. So this concealer, real quick, going back to it, it's looking really nice, but I do feel it is a true medium coverage. I think if you have darker circles, you're definitely gonna need um a corrector underneath, because I definitely don't see this being full coverage. And those of you who have more darkness under your eyes than I do, I think it is definitely going to peek through. But I do love the finish of it. It feels good. It feels lightweight. So I'm just going to press over everything with my sponge before I get started with the new translucent setting powder. And before I do that, I need to do the setting spray. So we got there to the Korean barbecue place, ordered, I was eating, it was good. This is the setting spray I have from Sephora collection. This setting spray does a nice job. I have been enjoying it. I've had it for a few months now. So as we were eating, I started feeling not that great. I started feeling like a little lightheaded. I was tired, like it started, setting in, I guess, jet lagged or whatnot, but I just wasn't feeling like myself. So I said, you know what? Let's go to that. It was like a little mall because we were like in the Chinatown area, stuff like that in Las Vegas. And I said, let's go to that little mall, that's there. Now I'm going to go in with the new translucent setting powder, and let's walk around. So once I got outside and I got some fresh air, I started feeling really a lot better. So we kind of looked around in there. It was a little dull, a little dead, and it does come with a sticker on it. So I said, you know what? Let's go down to Fremont Street. It's an outdoor area, I think the fresh air is gonna do me good. And so we did that. And so we stopped. Let's see, our first stop was at the Golden Nugget. Let me make sure there's no creasing. So we stopped at the Golden Nugget. We passed by like this little store, and they have Consuela bags. If you guys don't know what Consuela bags are, I know I've talked about that a couple times here on my channel, but Consuela is a brand. They're a small indie brand out of Austin, Texas, and they make the most beautiful bags, and they're all designed by Latino artists, in particular Mexican artists, and then also from South America, Central America, and they're just beautiful. And so they had this really pretty wristlet that I had been looking at online, and so they had it in stores. So I was like, okay, let me pick it up, because for work, I take my large bag because of my laptop and stuff. But if I'm gonna go out to a lunch or an event, during the work day, I'm obviously not gonna take that big bag with me. So I need something a little smaller. So I bought this like cream colored clutch. It had like a snakeskin finish to it, and it was just perfect. It was so cute. And that is the only store I've seen in Vegas that actually sells this brand. So I was really excited. And then we did some gambling. I never win anything at the Golden Nugget, like nothing. I always lose money there. I just, it's not my lucky place. So as we were leaving, we had the event that night, the Creator and Friends event that night. And so we left around maybe 2:45, 3 o'clock. So far, I'm liking the way everything is looking. Now I'm going to go in with the new Sephora collection contour. This is 02 light to medium. And I'm going to use one of the brushes from the BK Beauty Nikki LaRose collaboration. This is the N15 brush. So we got back to the hotel. It was around 3-ish. And I said, I need to lay down. I need to just get some rest, because I was just not feeling good at all. I was tired. I was just had no energy, zero energy. And we had to be at the event. It started at 7. So I was like, I can rest. I probably won't fall asleep, but at least I can rest my eyes, my body, and whatnot. So my friend, man, I'm so envious of people that as soon as their head hits the pillow, they can knock out. She's one of those. So she fell asleep, like she took a good nap. I got out of bed around 4 o'clock, and I had to go to the bathroom. And so as I was coming back from the bathroom, we had turned off all the lights and like closed the blinds, the drapes and stuff. Um, so as I was coming out of the bathroom, I felt really lightheaded and I like had to hold on to the wall. I felt like almost like if I was going to faint or something. And I rarely feel like that. I've never fainted in my life. So, I didn't know what was going on, if it was just, the lack of sleep. And then I felt like if I was going to be getting a migraine, like there was a tingling sensation. It's always on the left side. It's always on the left side where I get it. And usually I'll get migraines if I don't get enough sleep at night, you know? So, I was just, oh my God, I was not feeling good at all. And then, so 5 o'clock comes around. My friend is still asleep. Then it was 5:30, and so we were gonna get up at 5:30 to start getting dressed and ready to go. And she got up. She had set her alarm, and I was still not asleep. Like I was just tossing and turning. I'm liking this contour quite a bit. Um, Tossing and turning, and I just was restless. I wasn't feeling good. I still felt like I was a bit lightheaded. And I told my friend, I'm like, I hate to say this. I said, I don't think I can make it. I said, I don't think I can go. Like, I don't want to go feeling this way, I'm not gonna, I just could not fathom getting dressed up, putting on heels. Like, I probably would have tumbled over. And this is the whole reason that we came on this trip. So I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like for her, I mean, it's whatever, right? She was just, coming along for support, companionship, but I mean, she doesn't watch makeup videos. She watches mine just because she's my friend, but she really doesn't, she didn't know any of the creators that I knew of that were gonna be there. So yeah, so I just decided, I was like, I just can't, I can't make it. I can't make it. We'll order room service so I can eat something, but I'm just not feeling well. And so we ended up going to bed probably at 9 that evening. And I said, I just need to get a good night's sleep. Like, I need to sleep all of this off. So we woke up Sunday morning and I was feeling so much better. So much better. Like, talk about a total 180. Next, I'm going to go in with this. Now, I think what I did, yeah. So I got two of the new, actually, no, did they release new blushes? They might not have released new blushes. And that's why I went with these two shades. Is that what I did? Or was I going to mix these together? Maybe I was going to mix them together. You know what? I have another Sephora collection blush, like a traditional blush. Let me go grab that and then we'll mix these two as highlighters together. So this is the blush I'm going to go in with. This is 48 Free Spirit. Now, I got up feeling so much better. And I had posted on my YouTube community section and also on my Instagram just a little update because, I was expecting to meet a lot of my favorite content creators at that event. And obviously, I wasn't able to make it. So I posted an update just so that, people would see. And those of you, who knew I was going to be attending, would see that I was not going to be able to make that event, unfortunately. So, Angelica, she reached out to me and she's like, hey, she said, I'm so sorry that you didn't feel good. And Heather Austin as well. And they said that they were going to be having brunch actually at the hotel that I was staying at. So I said, great. I said, we had reservations for brunch as well. And so we did that. My friend and I went to ours, and then I said, we'll meet up with you because they were going to get there later around the time that we were finishing. And so that's the day that we also had our Sphere tickets. So I met up with them. I got to take a picture. I'm gonna insert the picture here. I was so excited. I was so excited. You'll see the picture. I didn't have like I didn't do an eye look or anything. Like, I was just happy to be feeling good. And I wanted to get out the door as soon as possible. So it was so exciting meeting Heather and Angelica and everybody else at that table. It's like you see, like, it's like you guys. I think if you met one of us content creators, it's like you watch us the same way the same way you watch me, I watch other people as well. And it's just it's so exciting. It's so exciting. It's like almost meeting like a celebrity, I would say. Like, that's the closest thing I'm ever gonna get. But it was just so much fun. I am so happy that I at least got to meet up with some of them and introduce myself. You know, we watch each other for so long and we've never met in person, and it was just, oh my goodness. It was just so much. I was just so thankful, even though it was just for a few minutes. But I was so glad that I had the opportunity to meet them. I'm going to go in next with this luminizer, this highlighter. This one is 03 Pink Flash. I'm using my Shop Miss A F19 brush. So after we met with them, we went to we started heading out to Sphere because our tickets were for 2:30, but I felt like we made a stop somewhere along the way. I don't fully remember, but we headed that way, and Sphere was amazing. Like, that show. Ooh, and I'm loving this highlighter. Hello. That show was just spectacular. The whole building, everything. It's just amazing the way they constructed that. Like, that's totally Las Vegas. Now I'm going to add a little bit of this one on top. This one is called '05 Rose Quartz. What was this other one called? Pink Flash. So Pink Flash and Rose Quartz. Um, that whole experience was just wow. Like, it was amazing. I know YouTube performs there. So if I didn't have the content creator event, because YouTube was performing Friday night, which we would not have been able to make that show. But if I didn't have the event Saturday night, I would have loved to have seen you two in concert, but we weren't able to, and it's a good thing because then I wouldn't have been able to go to the concert either. So I'm going to use this one, same brush. I'm just going to add a little bit like up here to the top and right up here. So we went to the Sphere. The show was great. The staff is so kind and so friendly. Like, they line up as you're leaving and they're all saying goodbye to you. Just totally different than any concert or any show that you go to. It's just a really nice atmosphere, very welcoming, very cool, very Vegas. I am so glad that we were able to go to that show. Let's see, just kind of touching up everything, looking at the makeup. I'm loving the glowy complexion that I have going on. I am going to take care of the brows off camera real quick, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to start creating a look with this neutral eyeshadow palette. This palette is called Precious Gemstones. Yeah, they released several different shades. I wanted to go with something like this, a little kind of like a neutral, like, is it cool tone? A little cool tone, a little cool neutral leaning in tones, but I wanted to do something like this just to try it out. I think you could even, oh no, I was going to say, is this a highlighter? But no, this is just like a bone shade. But let me take care of the brows and do some eyeshadow primer, and then I'll be right back. I'll finish telling you guys my story and we'll start creating a look with this palette. Okay, so brows are on, and I went in with this Sephora collection. This is their Soft Matte and Easy, like a lip cream, and this one is in the shade 04. I also use the Alter Ego eyeshadow primer. So let's dig into this palette. I think what I'm going to do first is, this is going to be a great brow bone highlight, but I think I'll reserve that more towards the end. I think I'm going to go in, I'm going to use the 3 matte shades right here to blend in the crease, and I'm going to start first with this lighter shade. And I'm taking that on a Sigma E45 Max. So the Sphere was great. The show was beautiful. It was a It's a like a video show, like a kind of like a movie almost, but it's very you want I would say like 3D. It's just so unique. You know, never seen anything like it before, and that auditorium is just spectacular. So that was connected to the Venetian. So we gambled a little in the Venetian, didn't win anything. Then we're like, okay, we're hungry. We need to eat something. My friend wanted to eat at Hell's Kitchen, but there was a huge wait and we had it made dinner reservations. So we ended up inside Caesar's Palace at Vanderpump, Lisa Vanderpump's new restaurant there. And that was so cute. Like the way she has it decorated with all the flowers and just all of the foliage and everything. Like it was good. We got just a bunch of appetizers and shared. And you know, it was great. I was feeling good. We decided, okay, because we were leaving the next morning. Monday, it was going to be a Monday morning. So we said, okay, well, let's just go back. Let's go back to our hotel so that way we can start packing up and just, you know, get a good night's sleep because we had to wake up. We had to be at the airport by like 7:30 at the latest. So next, I'm going to go in with this shade right here on a BK212. So we got back to the MGM, but of course, since we had not gambled at the MGM, I said, okay, well, let me put in a 20 here. Let's just see, you know, what happens. I ended up winning. With that 120, I turned it into $260. So everything that I had spent, I think I had lost $100, you know, in the time that I was there, like just on the slots. That's all I do is just the slots. I made that back plus a little extra. So I was so excited, and that was it. As soon as it finished doing everything that it was doing, I cashed out and I said, I'm done. So went upstairs to the room. That night, I took a turn. And let's just say I was in and out of the bathroom pretty frequently. Um, yeah. By the time morning rolls around, I was already up by 4 or 5 because my stomach was just so upset. And I kept having to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. And I told my friend, there is no way that I can get on a plane in this condition. Like, I don't want to come out. I don't want to make the news. You know, there was a recent news story, a very unfortunate news story, which I'm very glad they never released the person's name that this happened to. But without going into too much detail, let's just say there was an unfortunate incident. This person got sick and they ended up having to rip out the carpet of the entire airplane because there were, how do I put this? Human bodily fluids throughout the plane without just, you know, being too blunt, too specific. I'm sure you guys, those of you that follow the news, you remember that story. I didn't want to be that person. I did not want to cause any disruption like that. I called the airline. First, I asked my friend, hey, are you okay if we leave Tuesday with work? She said yes. She's like, I can just make some arrangements. And at work, I was already scheduled to have that day off, but I had told them that I would be back by Tuesday. But since they were already planning to give me Tuesday off anyway, that was not a big deal anyway. I'm going to go in next with the darker shade on a Refer 14. So I called the airline and it actually worked out great. I actually ended up getting a bit of a credit to my account because it was cheaper to leave on Tuesday than it was on Monday. And so I called the hotel. They also gave me a 20% discount. They said you can stay in that room. It's no big deal. And yeah, everything just worked out as it should. I was in bed the entire day. We did order food and then got a good night's sleep. And by the time Tuesday morning rolls around for us to get going, I was feeling like myself again. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just something that was in my system. I have no idea, but I've never felt that way on a trip before. I don't know if it was nerves. I don't know if it was just something that I had eaten before I left, while I was there. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know, but there was something in my system. Maybe my body was trying to fight something off. Like I didn't feel like congested or anything like that, but who knows? I mean, maybe my body was trying to fight off the flu and I didn't know. But whatever the case, I came back, got home, and I haven't been sick since, aside from the occasional headache here and there. But I am prone to headaches. Not not Some of you had said it feels like you get a headache all the time. It's not all the time. I would say maybe it's once a week at most. But I'm on a really good headache medication, but it does take like 2 hours to work. And yeah, and it's really expensive. The insurance doesn't like to pay for it, so sometimes I struggle getting that covered, but it ends up going through, so thank God. Let's do a pretty shimmer. I think I want to do this one and then maybe add this to the inner corner. Definitely going to use this for the brow bone, but I'm going to go in with this one. I'm using a damp Morphe M124. So yeah, guys, aside from that, I've been doing really well. My job is a lot of fun. There's a lot to do. There's just so much to learn. It was such a busy holiday season. I didn't realize how many festivities came with this new job, but there were a lot of events that I had to attend in the evenings. A lot were things like with local chamber of commerce, economic development corporations. There were our own gatherings there with the company. There were a lot of just community events that were held starting in November. And so it was a really, really hectic time. There were times that I wasn't getting home till like, 8, 9. So yeah, I felt like December, I didn't put out as much content as I had originally planned, but that's okay. My goal going into 2024, and I did tell you guys this, once I started this new job, is my goal is going to be for 4 videos a week. And normally, you guys know I'm used to doing like 6. So if I can do 4, I'm going to be fine with that. I'm not going to beat myself over that. Like, I'm just going to be okay. I'm adding a little bit more of the darker matte just to blend. But if I can do 5, I'd be even happier. So what helps me is that I don't have to go into work until 9. So it allows me the time to film in the morning, and then I can just edit when I get home. So I mean, you might see a later upload. I like to upload, if I don't do it early in the morning, then I like to upload later in the evening, like at 6 or 7. But you know, don't put it past me to have uploads at 8 p.m. CST or even 9 p.m. CST, especially if it's like content that I want to get out, right away. I won't wait till the morning. I'll just post it at that time, and then you guys can just watch whenever you have time. I'm going to go in with the shade for actually, no, let's do the shade for the lower lash line, and then I'm going to do the shade for the inner corner. I'm just using a little BH Cosmetics pencil brush for this matte shade. This palette is performing really well, by the way. So yeah, guys, I mean, that's just basically what's been going on. I had a 3-day weekend. It is New Year's Day that I'm filming this video, and probably the day after New Year's when you are watching. So I hope all of you had a fun New Year's Eve. Again, I'm always one of those that just likes to be home for holidays like that. I don't feel the need to be out and about. And I've been that way pretty much my whole life. But yeah, it's just, I just rather be safe than sorry. Now I'm adding a little bit of that shimmer right here to the inner corner. This is so pretty. This palette has really surprised me. I like the formula. I think the formula is really good. All right, now I'm going to add a little bit of this shade right here to the brow bone, and I'm using a Morphe M321. This is such an old brush that I have in my stash. And with that, guys, oh, I need to try the mascara. We need to try the mascara. I want to put that on while you guys are here with me because I want you guys to see how that does. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm just going to add a little bit of Rare Beauty eyeliner right here just to tight line the top lash line. Now I'm going to give my eyelashes a curl with my Rephr eyelash curler. Now we're going to go into this Love the Lift mascara. Again, I picked up the travel size, and that is what the wand looks like. I like that this is going to be a curling mascara because that's what I need for my lashes. I need them to be curled. I am going to finish up this look off camera, guys. Do something with this hair. And then I will be right back to show you the completed look and share with you guys my final thoughts on these new goodies from the Sephora collection. All right, guys, so here is the completed look. I did add a little bit of this Essence gel eyeliner. This one is in the shade Silky Nude to the lower waterline. This is the only non-Sephora item that I'm wearing. Oh, other than the brows. The brows are NYX. But this is the completed look. I had a really nice time with all of these new Sephora collection products. My face has a beautiful glow to it. You guys know I love that. I definitely think that these highlighters are worth checking out. This shade, once again, is Rose Quartz. And then this other one is called Pink, was it Pink Fizz? Pink Flash. Really, really pretty shades. I like the contour. I thought the contour was a true shade of contour, meaning that it is cool toned. It's not warm toned. You can kind of see it there on the back of my hand, but I thought it was a really nice shade for my fair to light complexion. The shade that I picked up in this one is shade 02 light medium, so there is still a lighter shade should you have an ultra fair complexion. I think it's worth checking out. All of these super affordable. It's like the most affordable thing over there at Sephora. The thing I was most excited about was the Best Skin Ever Glow Multi-Purpose Concealer. Does have a luminous finish. It is going to be more of a light medium coverage. So if you have a lot of darkness under your eye area, you're definitely going to want to go in with a corrector, or maybe just use this on top of your full coverage concealer to add that bit of a brightening luminosity effect to it. But I was super excited. This was the reason for the entire haul, and so far it's not disappointing. It's wearing really well. I don't notice any creasing or anything under the eye area. I'm also excited that I was able to pick up their new translucent setting powder. And I think so far it is working out really well. I'll have to be testing these two products out this week, the concealer and the powder, to really get a feel for them. I think so far the mascara is cute. Do I think it's curling? I think it's kind of holding a curl there. What do you guys think? Again, I picked up the travel size in this. I always like to get travel size whenever available just because I try so much makeup. I think one of the standouts of today's haul has got to be the eyeshadow palette. This is the Precious Gemstones palette. Look at how beautiful this neutral palette is. And you do get a mirror over here. This is what it looks like. If these are your tones, if this is the stuff that you wear, the shades that you wear on an everyday basis, you can't go wrong with this one. There were some other shades available as well. I think there was like a green tone, and you're probably surprised, Steph, why didn't you buy the green one? Well, I wanted to try this. I thought this was going to be a little more cool tone. I do think it's a cool tone. It's like a cool tone neutral leaning as far as tones, undertones go. So I like it. This was the only shade that I didn't get to use. But look at that there. Very nice. These are not going to be like, these are more traditional shimmer shadows. It's up here. These are not multi-chromes or duochromes, but that's okay. We don't need to wear those on an everyday basis. I really like that you get this little elastic strap that goes around it. So it makes traveling with this one really easy. And that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Full face practically of Sephora collection makeup. That was my Las Vegas store story. Again, I am just so excited that I was able to meet some of my favorite content creators, and I hope I get to meet them again really soon. I am excited for 2024. What can you expect here on my channel going into the new year? A lot of the same, a lot of trying new makeup. That's my favorite thing to do. That is primarily what my channel is. Try out new makeup for you guys. Foundation reviews, concealer reviews, get ready with me's. I have a feeling we're in for a lot more get ready with me style of videos, haul videos, you name it. I am here to try it all so you guys don't have to. Just keep in mind that I am back to juggling two full-time jobs, my current job, my new job, and this job here on YouTube, which is more of a passion project turned hobby turned full-time job. Just YouTube has given me so much. I have learned so much, and I can't imagine my life without you guys and this channel. I am so blessed to have each and every one of you here supporting me as we support each other on this makeup journey of ours, just playing with makeup, zoning out, having a good time, forgetting about everything else, and just having a good time with the makeup in front of us. Thank you guys. I'm wishing you all love, prosperity, joy, peace in the new year. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated. Drink your water, especially today on New Year's Day. And I'm going to see you all very soon. Bye.